Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. In today's video, we are going to be going over your guys' chart requests from over here inside of the Discord. We're taking them right here from the live request thread. You guys can get those here in the chat when it opens up. We left off at XRP and XLM last Thursday, so we're going to start right here with Discerned at ERG. I just wanted to go ahead and talk about something real quick before we get into these requests. You can also get them here in the live chat if you guys are watching the live. Just drop them there in the chat. We're just going to be taking chart requests for the next hour or two, answering you guys' questions, looking at charts, talking about stuff. The first thing I want to talk about today, though, is this right here. So I've been getting a lot of questions about SpaceX. Guys, I don't buy IPOs. I normally wait about a year before I buy anything that goes public. So here's my 2 cents on the SpaceX stock right now. I mean, if you're looking at the valuations right now, SpaceX is worth $2.65 trillion. Okay, so if you add up the market cap, it's worth $2.65 trillion. Amazon is worth $2.65 trillion. The company of Amazon. Okay, so SpaceX is worth more than Amazon, and look at their revenues. Okay, SpaceX's revenue is 40 times lower than Amazon. Okay, so Amazon makes 40 times the amount of revenue, yet SpaceX is worth more. So again, I try to back up everything I talk about here on this channel with data and with logic, right? To me, it just doesn't make logical sense to buy something like SpaceX because it's expensive, right? It's worth more than Amazon stock. It's worth more. Look at this. It's worth more than every single cryptocurrency put together. Okay. So again, SpaceX is worth 2.65 trillion. Okay. And the total market cap of crypto, meaning if you added up Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, XRP, if you added every single cryptocurrency that exists today, every single one, there's millions of them, millions and millions of them. If you added them all up, the number you get is 2.25 trillion. So SpaceX's stock alone today is worth more than every cryptocurrency put together. You add up XRP, Ethereum, you put them all in one pot, and XRP is worth more in regards to the market cap, guys. That's insanity to me. I mean, it's just absolute insanity. And again, I'm not a hater of SpaceX. I think it's a great company. I just don't think it's trading at a great price. And again, I'm a long-term swing trader. In the short term, this is really fun, right? If you're day trading and you're day trading SpaceX right now, it's probably a lot of fun. But again, logically, it does not make sense to go long on this company right now, trading at literally 100x earnings, right? It just doesn't make sense. Again, Amazon makes 40 times the amount of SpaceX. They make 40 times the amount of money. And look at this. SpaceX is now worth more than Amazon. So again, I'm not knocking Elon Musk. I think he's a great entrepreneur, a great business leader. I think he's done, some things for the world that are good. But again, I just don't buy, right? I just don't buy the hype, right? If my general rule, guys, is if they're already talking about it, you're too late. If everyone's excited about it, if everyone's excited about the stock, if everyone's having a good time, if everyone's jumping for joy, like we're in delusion, new paradigm, right? Why is the company making 40 times less than the biggest company in the world, worth more than the biggest company in the world, Amazon? I'd rather buy Amazon. I'd rather buy Amazon because they make 40 times the amount of revenue. So again, we don't chase hype here. We don't chase the excitement. We want to buy when things are bad, when people are not having a good time. Okay, if SpaceX comes down to $100 or $50 one day, I will buy SpaceX. Okay, we'll buy it on our signal. But until we get the signal, we're not going to touch SpaceX. At least I'm not. You guys can. You guys can day trade this. But look, I don't have any data on my chart. Zero data. So the reason I like to wait a year for something to be out is so I can see my buy signals, guys. I invest off of data here. I don't invest off of hype or what the news says. I just want to buy the green dot, okay, when the wave is down here. Because that just means, hey, price is very oversold. Price is very oversold. Okay, price is very oversold. Price is expensive up here. But if we can't see the data, how are we going to make a decision? Right? You're buying this based off of hype because everyone's talking about it. So again, logic, data, and discipline. We don't chase hype here. So again, I'm not knocking SpaceX as a company. I use their internet. Okay. But again, I'm not going to buy something trading at over 100x, earnings. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So if you guys want to day trade SpaceX, it's probably the best stock to day trade right now. But guess what we don't do here? We don't day trade. Why do we not day trade? Because 97% of people fail in the long term day trading. We are swing traders here. And again, if you guys are not familiar with our trading strategy, what we look to do is we look to buy these green dots when this wave is down here on the weekly chart, and we want to sell when the wave is up here. This is the perfect fear and greed index indicator. If you guys are going off of excitement, like if you think people are very excited up here, okay? Again, I like to reference XRP a lot because this is the most recent example of chasing hype. Where was everybody talking about XRP, guys? Back here in July. Everyone was super jacked up. Everyone on Twitter was telling you to buy. Everyone was saying it's going to 10,000 by the end of the year. Where was the wave? It was up here. Okay, back here in December 2024. Everyone wanted to buy XRP up here at 350. Okay, no one wants to buy it down here at 120. So SpaceX, I'll buy it when it pulls back like this because it will pull back. Nothing goes up forever. Okay, it can go to $500. I don't care. I literally don't care. Okay, we're going to wait for a pullback on it, and we're going to wait for our signal. That's what we're going to do on SpaceX. Again, we want to buy when the wave is down here, given green dots. We want to sell when it's up here. We reference ourselves here as farmers, okay? Spartans, farmers. A lot of Spartans were farmers back in the day, okay? They farmed and they fought for their country, okay? So down here, we're planting seeds. This is planting season. If we're a farmer and we're planting plants, planting wheat, corn, potatoes, whatever you want to call it, canola, okay? We're planting seeds down here. Up here, this is where we harvest. This is where we take our profits and enjoy the fruits of our labor. So that's my 2 cents on SpaceX. What do we got here? You guys got chart requests? Put them here in the chat. I see one here for ADO for DRAM. This looks like some type of ETF. And again, this is just very new. So again, I have no data on my indicator. It's gone straight up here. It's up 200% since it IPO'd. I'd sell it. If I'm up 200% on something, I sell it every single time. ADBE, Adobe. Adobe's down here at $200. It did get a red dot last week. It looks like probably around 230. Sold off another 10-15%. Guys, I think this is a dying company. I think AI is going to annihilate this company. Okay, if you guys have ever gotten into graphic design or video creation, that's what Adobe's product is. And if you guys have ever used ChatGPT to create a graphic or a video, it's absolutely insane. I mean, you can create a video in seconds. You can edit a photo in seconds. Why would someone go pay thousands of dollars a year to go pay this company when they can get ChatGPT for $20 a month and get stuff literally in seconds, right? I make all my YouTube thumbnails on ChatGPT. It takes 2 seconds. I say, hey, make me a thumbnail for this video titled this and, put this in it, put a Spartan in it or something. And it just pops it out in seconds. So I don't see why someone would go pay hundreds of dollars to this company. That's been a huge company. But once AI hit, I mean, this is, again, you got to think about the fundamentals of things, right? This, just because it has a green dot doesn't mean it's going to go up. We want to buy great assets at great prices. A failing business, a failing company, right? We don't want to buy a company that's going to get wiped out, in my opinion. We just don't want to touch it. I see another one here for Bobby, HTGC, Hercules Capital. That one's got the green monthly, so that looks good. It got the signal down here at 13, so hopefully you bought it down here. We want to buy these green dots down here below the white line, but it did give another signal this week, so this looks good. If you're going to enter it off this signal, what you want to do is use the previous low as the stop loss. So if you were playing this green dot, you could put a stop loss right there at like 14.90. Okay, as long as that level holds, that looks good. But if you got in down here, even better, right? But again, we can average up, or if you miss this signal down here, now you can enter on this signal. And again, up above 15, that one looks really good. I see one here for Chen in the chat for Hype, HYPE. So again, where's this one trading on our fear and greed index? Are people greedy or are people fearful right now? People are greedy, right? We got our signal down here in January. If you were buying Hype based on our strategy, you were buying it down here at 22. Okay, we don't want to chase this thing up here at 73. Can it keep going up? Yeah. But again, if you bought down here up at 73 right now, you're up 260%. So I personally would be taking profits or at least trimming. So what I mean by trimming is you don't have to sell your whole position. You can sell 25%, 50%, 75%, okay? And then hold the rest and let the rest ride. But again, when this wave is up here, just like it was back here, okay, look at this, back in September, we got our sell signal right here in September when this wave was up here where we want to sell $53 all the way down to 21, right? If people were riding high, They were riding high up here at 50, but when it pulls back like this, you don't want that to happen. You don't want to have to sit through that. So if you're in hype, what I would do if I was trading this right now, I would definitely be using a stop loss at like 55 bucks. Because again, if you got in down here at $22, you're up almost 300%. 300%. You've quadrupled your investment down here if you got in off these signals. So what I would do is protect my capital, right? I don't want to sit through a dip like this. So normally, right, what you want to do is set a stop loss at the previous low. The previous low came last week at 53, so stop loss at 52, or I'd be taking profits up here, one of the two. I see one here for ETHA. This is the Ethereum ETF here in the chat. Again, nice move this week so far. We still haven't got our signal yet. We did get one right here in March, right here at $14. I know it's down a whole dollar right now. But again, we're just waiting on another signal. If you miss this signal, you're literally buying it at the same price. So again, we want to buy down here, okay? Sell up here. As long as this wave is down here, all we're looking to do is add. All we're looking to do is buy. Buying, buying, buying. Going to get another opportunity to buy, okay? And then when the wave comes back up here and everyone's hooping and hollering again, saying how great Ethereum is, that's when we're going to sell, okay? Everyone was super jacked up about Ethereum last year at $5,000. Why were we not buying up here? Well, because the wave was up here. We just don't buy when the blue wave is up here. And we never buy when we're sitting that far off of our moving average, right? You can look at that blue line. You guys know that that's the 4-year moving average, okay? The 4-year moving average. So again, this thing was sitting 50% off of its 4-year moving average. We have something over here called the cheat sheet, okay? The mean is just another word for average. The average we like to use here is the 4-year moving average, okay? So whenever price is way up there, this is when things are fun. This is when everyone's having a good time. This is when everyone's hooping and hollering, right? Okay, down here is when no one's having a good time. And how do I know we're down here on Ethereum right now? Because if you look at the mean, if you look at the average, when we're below the, look at how big of a discount you're getting on Ethereum. Okay, and I'll keep saying this every single day. We're getting a 30% You're 30% below the 4-year average right now. Okay, so you're either the person buying up here or you're the person buying down here. One of the two. Okay, the majority of retail is going to be buying up here. Okay, and we are selling up here when the price gets up here. So Ethereum's still in planting season, and it's probably going to give us a green dot here in the next couple days. We got a FOMC meeting, which is a Fed meeting tomorrow with a new Fed chair. It's going to be really interesting to see what he comes out and says, but that guy is very pro-cryptocurrency. Like, he is pro-crypto. So it's actually a good thing. And again, I don't go off the news. I don't go off what the Fed chair says. I don't care what the Fed chair says. I don't care what anybody says on Twitter. I don't care what the news says, what Jim Cramer says, what Jeff7650473 on Twitter says. Don't care. All I care about is, am I getting a great price? If I look at over the last 4 years of data, again, because we're using a 4-year moving average, that's a 200 EMA on a weekly chart. That's the 200-week moving average. And yes, I know there's 208 weeks in a 40-year period, but 200 weeks is pretty close, okay? It's a pretty common indicator. All I care right now is that I'm buying at a 30% discount. I am going to Costco. I am buying my groceries right now at a 30% discount. Why would I not do that? Okay? Why would I buy it up here 50% off the 4-year average? It just doesn't make sense, right, to buy up here. It only makes sense to buy down here. Again, I don't care what Sally Mary says. I don't care what the Fed says. I don't care. News doesn't affect me at all. I do not care. My goal is to buy great assets at great prices. Great assets at great prices. Is Ethereum a great asset? Absolutely. #1 altcoin in the world. Is it at a great price? I'd call a 30% discount a pretty darn good price. Okay, it's a lot better than buying it at a 50% premium. Am I making sense here? Does that make sense to you guys? Drop a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to you guys. Okay, again, we don't chase hype. We don't care about the news. None of it matters. It doesn't matter. All that matters is what the chart says. You tell me, you show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. Okay, you show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. Okay, I can tell you right now that no one likes crypto. Not a soul out there, except for us. A few of you guys probably on the Discord who are still here after this 10-month sell-off, right? This thing's gone down for 10 months. You think people are having a good time down here? No. Will they have a good time eventually? Yeah, eventually we're going to bounce. There's going to be a bounce. We bounced at this same level last year. Look at this. This was 2025. You guys remember when Trump was putting tariffs on China? Everyone was losing their minds. They were scared out of their minds. They were running. They were right? Bearish, 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 right? Retail's bearish. They're telling you to sell down here and they're telling you to buy up here. That's what retail does, right? They just don't look at the charts like us. They're in here on the 1 minute time frame trying to day trade, trying to go, oh, buy there, sell there, buy there, sell there, buy there, sell there. But nope, we're just going to look at the largest time frame we can, and we're just going to buy these macro dips. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to buy stuff at 30, 40, 50% discounts, right? Our goal is to either buy it at the average or below it. That's all we're doing. We're never, hear me, never buying up here. Never. When the price is that, the red line is the price. That represents the price. When we are that far off of the moving average, we're not buying. We're not. That was up here. Look at Tesla, right? Look at this. Look at that big, see how far it is off the average? Where should you have bought Tesla last? Right here. Oh, right there? Oh, okay. Oh, we could have bought right there, but you were still pretty extended off that average. So again, our goal is to buy great assets at great prices. How do we know we're getting a great price? We look at the average, the 4-year average, guys. We're looking at long term here, not day trading. We're not day trading. At the average or below the average. Okay? Never up here when everyone's jacked up having a good time. Okay? This is exciting. This comes eventually, right? It takes patience, right? This right here back in 2024 on Tesla, you got the signal down here at $144. $144. It went all the way up here to 500. Who was talking about Tesla here? Nobody. Tesla was a dead company down here. It's a dead company. They don't do anything. Up here, it's the greatest company in the world, right? It's the best thing ever. And then what happens? They pull the rug out. Markets move in waves, folks. They don't go straight up or straight. They go in waves. Up and down, up and down. We want to buy low and sell high, okay? Down here, it feels stupid to buy. You feel like an idiot because you're literally going against the entire society. Right? Everyone's calling you a moron. You're dumb, right? You might look stupid in the short term. But here's the thing about the markets that I'm noticing more and more as I've been doing this for 10 years. People are more concerned about being right or wrong than they are making money. I know eventually I'm going to make money buying these assets down here. Eventually. Might not be tomorrow or next week or next month. Might not even be this year, but eventually, right? The assets I'm buying, I believe, will recover. And not all of them will. Right? Maybe we make some bad trades, right? I'm not 100%. I don't have a 100% hit rate. I wish I did. But I think I'm anywhere from 80 to 85% accurate if I'm willing to wait the time frame, right? And if you guys are new to the channel, I do have a free trading course over here. But little do people know on Twitter that our trades are for 1 to 6 months out. Meaning when we buy, we're looking 6 months out. So if you're putting on a position today based on a signal, okay, it's June. You shouldn't even be thinking about taking profits till January, right? 6 months. That's a long time. I mean, people can't even hold for a couple days, right? We have to hold. If we're going to trade these larger time frames, the most accurate time frames according to history, I mean, you bought Tesla at any one of these points since 2024, you made a ton of money, right? You're buying at 230. It went back to 500. That's a 150% move. Pulled back here, 350, got the sit, right? So if we're willing to wait the 6 months, if we're not like buying and then the next day it goes down and we're like, oh my God, I better panic sell, right? You're not sticking to the plan. You got to stick to the plan. Again, everything we do here is based on 3 things: logic, data, and discipline, okay? Logic is our plan. Data is what we see on the charts. Where are we in regards to the 4-year? Where's the blue wave? Where's the green dot? What color's the dot? Where's the MACD? That's the data. I talk about all this in the course, guys. Free course, completely free. And then the discipline is just to do what we set out to do, right? Society today, society's soft. The second something goes the other way on somebody or life throws a curveball, people just fold. They quit. They roll up in a ball and they start crying on Twitter. It just, again, society's just so soft today. And I you know, it's sad to see because I mean, there's just key moments in life where it's either A, you're going to push through, or B, you're going to fold and quit. I truly only believe there's only 2 things in life. There's no such thing as winners and losers, folks. There's winners and quitters. If you quit, that's when you lose. Okay, so again, stick to the plan. Have a plan. You don't have to use our plan. You don't have to use our strategy, but I've built this over the last 10 years, and it has been very good to me. Okay? And again, no trading strategy is 100%, guys. You're not going to find an indicator, a strategy, anything like that that's 100%. Okay, that's why we use risk management, right? We talk about this in the course. Never exceed more than 2.5% of your total portfolio on one trade, meaning when you get one of these signals, don't go heavy. You don't have to put your whole entire portfolio in here. If you did that, you made a lot of money. But again, the only two times I feel anxious about my positions is if, one, I don't believe in what I'm buying. So if I bought Tesla and I just thought Tesla was a crappy company and they're just not going anywhere, or I didn't know what they did, I didn't know that they made robots and cars. If I didn't know what they did or how they made money, I'd have anxiety about buying it because I don't know what they do. I don't know. How do you buy a company that you know nothing about? That's like buying a real estate house, like a house, and not even looking at it or not even going to check it out, right? No one would do that. You wouldn't do that with a company. So that's way number one. I get anxiety about a position, and you guys probably get it too. Number two is you're over positioned, right? You just got too big of a position. That's all there is to it. Those are the only two things that will cause you to have anxiety about positions. I feel so good about holding every single name that I have. Okay, and I just covered all the names that I own in yesterday's YouTube. You guys can watch the replay here on YouTube. Trent Knox is in the building. And I know I'm rambling, guys. I'm going to be on here for a while, so just keep those requests coming. And again, I'm just trying to get the mindset across to you guys here because, again, down here, right? Down here, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. You're not supposed to feel good when you're buying down here. That's why it's called despair, right? The definition of despair, what is that? What is that? Define despair. Let's just pull this up. Despair's definition is the complete loss or absence of hope. That is it, right? Despair's definition. I'm going to post it in the chat for you guys so you guys can see that. This is according to Google. You guys understand that? Like, I mean, the definition of despair is the complete loss or absence of hope. When there's no hope, that's when we buy. That's when we want to load up. According to the psychology of the market, right? We don't want to buy when everyone's just having a good time, right? I mean, this is when everything's fun, right? The Discord chat's popping. I got people calling me out in stock chat today that I've been talking about Snapchat forever and it just hasn't gone anywhere. And right, that's down here, right? Up here, right? Snapchat, 10, 20, 50 bucks, right? They're going to be going, oh my God, it's bigger than TikTok. And right. And again, guys, none of this is financial advice. I am just here to share information. Okay. I'm not here to tell you what to buy or sell. I'm here to present information. You do with what you want with the information that I am talking about. I am not a financial advisor. I am here to look at charts and talk about charts. I am also here to gather information from you, right? You guys bring me chart requests. I look at the chart. I like it. I might buy it. Some of my best trades have come from your guys' chart requests. Okay, so again, this is not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us. But if you're going to take a trade, because I took a trade and it doesn't go up, don't blame me. I didn't hit the buy button for you. Okay, I am not there. There's no indicator, nothing that's 100%. Nothing that there's no strategy that is 100%. Again, take everything I say with a grain of salt. My whole goal is to buy things at a fair price or a discounted price. Again, how do we know we're getting a fair price or a discounted price? We are buying it here at the moving average, fair price. Below the moving average, discounted price, if you're looking at things over a 40-year period. So, again, not a financial advisor. I do have a disclaimer over here in the Discord. You guys can read that. Okay? Don't just buy something because someone bought it or someone else said to buy it. Do your own due diligence. Do your own research, right? Again, I'm just here to tell you, hey, oh, this looks cheap. Oh, this looks expensive, right? And again, I'm just going off what the chart says, what the data says. I'm not going off of what I think is going to happen or what I know is going to happen. I'm just here to go off what the chart says. The chart says that every time Tesla comes up here and gives a red dot, it's a great time to sell. 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 Okay? I just go off the data, folks. I just use the information presented to me. Okay? If you have a better strategy, feel free to share it in the chat. But, you know, don't jump down people's throats for having opinions. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But don't be pointing fingers in the chat. It's just stupid. It looks childish. Right? It takes some accountability. Trent, what's going on, brother? Been listening for a while. Just curious how your strategy has stacked up compared to buy and hold. I don't know how I would compare that. I don't normally post my earnings on online. I don't know why people do that, but I will go ahead and take a Snapchat of my last year of Returns. I am currently up over the past year 53. Let me just post it over here in the chat. Again, I'm not one of those guys that's going to post how much money I have in my accounts online just for like security purposes, but I just posted over there in Overkill Trades. So, I mean, over the last year, from June of last year to June this year, I am currently up 53% on my portfolio. That's just my stock portfolio. So, again, I don't really compare to buy and hold. Again, if you're buying and holding forever, that's just not our strategy. Right? We want to get out at the highs and then get back in at the lows. Hopefully that makes sense. What's going on, Johnny, Trent, Huey? We got Slow Train. We got Bobby. What's going on, brother? I see one here for ELF, ELF, ELF Beauty. That one's popping nicely. So that one had a signal right here in April. That one came at $59. This one came here, looks like last week at around 53. So again, you're up on that position. It's breaking out over the 9 EMA. The 9 EMA is that orange line. Normally when we get up over that, that shows that the bulls are stepping back into control. So I like the fact that it gapped up there. Hopefully you got in last week at around 53 off the signal. Again, we want to enter the week of the weekly signal down here. So this looks good. I like it above $49. That's just where we're bouncing. So you can put a stop loss at 49. Let that puppy ride. We will be selling that one once it hits the red dot up there. Hims is buying steak this weekend. Nice. Yeah, Hims is doing well. Hims is doing well this week. It's up 17%. So that one got the signal there. That one didn't come below. This one came at $14. This is where I entered the trade. I think I entered it back here in December too at 33, but I got stopped out on the red dot and then got back in down here at 14. And now it's just ripping. So yeah, Hims, we're just waiting for our sell signal. We either want the red dot up here or we want the red dot in the red zone. Again, this is something I talk about in the course. And again, if you guys do not have these indicators, you guys can get my whole entire trading layout for yourself. So you guys can use these same strategies over here in the Discord under the trading indicator tab. Just click on this link right here. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads right up into your TradingView account, meaning your screen over here will look exactly like my screen here on TradingView. I mean, you get all the tools, all the settings, everything is already set up for you. Arrow's making a really strong move. Yeah, that's up big. Shout out to Jeff. Okay, again, green dot this week. Where'd the green dot come here in February? 31 cents. It's up really nicely. Again, breaking over the 9 EMA right now, that orange line. When you see your name break over the 9, that's a really good sign. Okay, that means bulls are stepping into control. That 9 EMA crossing is just the same exact signal as these EMAs crossing pretty much. So, yeah, Arrow looks like it's got a lot of room to go. What else we got? I don't see any more in the chat. Let's go over here to the Discord. Again, if you guys have chart requests here in the Discord, just put them here in the live request thread. I know everybody can't make the live streams. So if you can't make the live streams, if you live in a different time zone or whatever, you guys can drop those over here in the live request thread. I see one here for ERG. ERG. This looks like an Australian stock. Again, wave up here, so we'd be looking to potentially take some off here, or setting a stop loss right there at 22. INTU, I made a TikTok on this today. This is a huge company, guys. These guys have been absolutely clobbered. Down from 800 down here to 280. What I'm waiting for on Intuit is either a weekly signal here. It's gotten a couple here. It got a couple up here at 370. And yeah, it went the other way again. When you get a red dot, it invalidates the green dot, especially if it breaks support. So your support level could have been right there at 340, right? That was the previous low right here off the green dot. It got stopped out. And now it's down here at 280. So I don't know why this thing's selling off so hard. I mean, they make a ton of money. These guys own TurboTax, QuickBooks, which is pretty much what every single business uses to track their tax expenses and their tax stuff. Probably what I do now, especially if you entered on these signals here, up here at 360, what I would wait for now is a monthly. Okay, if you get 2 green dots and then it goes the other way on you down here, wait for the monthly after that. Again, our buying strategy is to buy on these monthly alerts and these weekly alerts. And again, these are not day trades. So if this does go the other way on you, you need to have a plan. Either A, to set a stop loss when you get a red dot, or B, just buy it lower. Buy it either on a monthly or a weekly dot. Get your average cost down. Because again, if you're buying this, you should be targeting the red zone here on the daily. Right? We want to sell the red dot in the red zone on the Fibonacci tool. That last came at $810, called the exact top. Okay, you can't make this up. I can't draw this stuff on the charts, guys. Okay, the Fibonacci retracement tool, again, another tool we go over in that free trading course. Again, this is the top of the fib. Okay, red dot in the red zone. That came at 750. This one came at 810. Again, our goal is not to time the exact cent of the top. We just want to get out close. If you got out right here, great. You got out at 750. You got out here, awesome. You got out at the exact top. Well, at least you got out, because now it's down here at 280, right? So again, we're planting, right? We're farmers. We're in the field. We're working. We're taking care. We got our equipment going. We got the combines going, right? We're just planting seeds, baby. Plant a seed. Plant a seed. Plant a seed. I normally don't average down unless it goes down 20%. So if you got in on one of these, let's just say both those came at 370, okay? And now you're down 23%. So what do the trading rules say? What do we talk about in the course? Look to average down if the position declines 20% or more. So where should we be looking to average down? Okay, when something goes down 20% off of a signal, right? Again, no signal is going to be 100%. No strategy is going to be 100%. There will be trades that go against you, okay? The important thing is that you have a plan and you know what to do when it does go against you. Again, we talk about these red dots here. We want to set stop losses when we get those. You could have been out at 340 and then back in on the next signal. But again, if you didn't get out and you got in off this signal, well, you're down in dollar cost average territory, okay? And again, if you don't know what these terms are, I talk about all these in the Discord. So you're down 20% now on your Intuit position. Again, if you're buying into it, you shouldn't be looking to sell till this wave comes up here. As long as we're down here, okay, below the white line, we're planting seeds. Where do we plant the seed? On the green dot when you get it. Again, this came in February, this came in April. These signals don't show up every single day. So if you bought here, right, at 370, and you got another signal right here in April at 375, should you have averaged down? Would that have made sense to average down if you were down 3%? No. That wouldn't have made sense to buy here and buy here. It wouldn't have made sense. You could have. I mean, no one's stopping you. But ultimately, we don't want to average down until it goes down 20% or more, right? This thing hit 31% down from the signal. So again, if you're down 20% or more, do we panic and sell and run away and tell Twitter that we're in a bear market? No. We just want to buy more. We're long term here, folks. I know it's very hard for a lot of retail to hold for longer than a couple of hours, but we're here and ready to hold for at least 6 months, okay? If you're buying today using our strategy and our indicators and our signals and our time frames, you shouldn't be looking to sell till January, okay? And yes, if you've been buying crypto over the last 2 years, or over the last, well, if you bought Uniswap since back here in 2022, in the last 4 years, you're down. Everybody's down, though. That's the thing. Things go down and people act like they're the only ones that are down. No, everybody's down. It doesn't matter if you're down. It matters what you do when you're down, right? What is your reaction when you're down? Are you panicking down here and selling at $2 just for it to bounce back? No, again, look where the wave is. Why would we sell down here? Why? We're in plant. Why would we harvest our plants in a planting season? We only harvest in harvest season, folks. Harvest season's up here. So yes, this has been the worst crypto dip in the history of history. All coming before the Clarity Act passes, right? Before governments and banks are going to get the go-ahead to go ahead and buy. Everything's safe now. Go ahead and buy your crypto. 10 months of dropping, guys. 10 months. Where are we? After a 10-month dip, where are we? Can someone tell me? Where's Uniswap trading right now? Look at the 4-year average. $8. 60% discount. Again, I'm going to Costco today, and they got a sign outside that says 60% off of everything. And people are running out of the store. Oh my God, it's too good. It's too good, right? And I'm not being sarcastic, guys. That's literally what's going on, right? You wouldn't want to go to Costco if everything was 60% more expensive, would you? Right? Everyone's buying MU up here. Micron's best company in the world. 80% more expensive than the last 4 years. 4-year average. Everyone's rushing into the store. They're running into Costco. Everything's twice the price. Again, I'm just here to present what the data says, guys. I'm not here to do anything else. I'm here to show you what the chart says. You do with this information what you will. Okay? But I started this channel so people don't get smoked. Okay? So people don't buy stuff like this up here because it's just stupid. Okay? Again, How many times has this gotten up here off the moving? Every time it's pulled back. Every time. Look back here. You think everybody was hyped up back here, having a good time? What happened? Oh my gosh. $50 down to $8, $7? If you bought up there, you lost 82% of your investment. So you put in 10,000 up here and now you have $2,000. Does that seem like a fair deal? Nope. Sure doesn't. Adam staking 14% on Uphold. That's nice. Yeah, I'm staking mine on Coinbase. They have the auto stake feature. So whenever I get rewards, it just automatically reinvests the rewards. So it's like compounding. So Adam is one of those names again. People not very happy down here at the 2020 lows, right? At the 6-year low. Lowest price in 6 years. Everybody run. Everybody run away. Lowest price in 6 years. We better sell. Shame on us for buying down here at the all-time lows. Shame on us, right? We should be, no. Sorry, I'll stop being sarcastic. But again, I like Adam a lot. I have a position on this. Like Johnny said, you can stake this one on Uphold for 14%. You can also stake it on Coinbase for around 20% right now. And that's just, you're just earning coins every day, every week. They're just paying you more and more coins, right? We want to accumulate as much as possible down here, right? We're planting down here, baby. We're planting seeds down here. Planting, planting, planting. And all we're doing is waiting, guys. Warren Buffett says the markets are designed to transfer money from the active, meaning the people that want to trade every day, or it goes down 3%, and oh my gosh, we better sell, those people, to the patient. We're just going to wait it out. We're going to buy great assets at great prices. That's all we want to do. Is Adam a great asset? Hasn't been that great over the last 6 years, but it is trading at a 67% discount off the 4-year average. So if this just goes back up here to the blue line, where we went back to right back here in 2024, right back here in 2024, okay, we're going to make 200%. And what do we got to do? All we got to do is wait, right? Wait till it plays out. Let it happen. Let the trade come to us. Okay, I know. I want it to be back up there right now. In the next hour, I want it to be up here right now. I wish it would go right there right now. But is that realistic? Is that thinking logically about what's going to happen, right? Logic, data, discipline. Great assets at great prices. That's our goal. Tell a friend. Hey, we just want to buy great assets at great prices. That's all we're doing. How do we know we're getting a great price? We look at the chart. We look at the data. Well, great price last time down here. The last time we were at $2 on Atom, 2020, COVID. Oh my gosh, COVID, everybody sell. If you bought the COVID dip at $2 6 years ago and you sold at the highs, you made 2,000%. You 20x'd your investment. 20x. You put in 10 grand down here, you got $200,000 up here. I can't make this stuff up, folks. I can't make it up. Okay, our strategy requires an extreme amount of discipline and patience, which a lot of people don't have, unfortunately. And that's just the cold, hard truth. I'm not here to beat you up, but again, logic, data, discipline. Does it make sense to sell something at a 6-year low if you believe that it's going up? It doesn't. Logically, it doesn't make sense. Emotionally, it might make sense. But we don't trade off of emotions here, folks. We just don't do it. I see one here for the AMBA. AMBA got a sell signal last week. Again, your buy signal came right here at 50. It went up to $100. That was 100% trade. You doubled your money if you got in off this signal. This signal came back here at around 60. You still made a pretty good profit if you sold up there. But, I mean, again, we want to buy when the wave is down here. We don't want to buy up here, okay? Unless we're taking a short, right? If you were to buy right now, you would need a stop loss right there at 61. But ideally, we want to buy down here, okay? We want to buy the green dot below when the wave is below the white line. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. And then we're just waiting 6 months, 5 to 6 months. Sometimes it can happen really fast, right? That came right there in April, and we topped out at the end of May. So that was about a 1 month hold. Again, strategy says, trading course says 1 to 6 months. I say 1 to 6 months because, again, we don't know how these things are going to move. We don't know how I mean, this thing could skyrocket 100% tomorrow. right? If that happens, would we be taking profits? Well, if we got a sell signal, we would be. Again, I don't have a genie in a bottle that could tell me, oh, this is going to top out on this day at this time. Like all these people on Twitter trying to predict, oh, Bitcoin's going to bottom at this day on this hour when it happens. It's like, nobody knows that stuff, dude. All we're doing is buying great assets at great prices. That's all we want to do. I don't care when it bottoms, right? Where it bottoms. I just want to buy great assets at great prices, right? AMBA, again, 4-hour average right here at 68. That was at a 30% discount. That was a great price, right? If it's below 30%, if it's 20 to 30% below the average, you're getting it at a good price. And again, you have to believe in what you're buying, though. Remember, if you don't believe in AMBA, don't believe in it. If you don't know how they make money or what they do, like I have no idea what this company is, so I would never buy it in a million years. I would need to research what they do, how they make money, right? Are they growing, right? 95 million, 108 million, 100 million, 100 million, 85 million. So they're kind of just stagnant, right? They're just kind of $100 million. That's how much we make a quarter. So, I mean, again, they're not growing their revenue. You go to something like HIMS, right? Is HIMS growing the revenue? Well, back here in February 2025, they were making 480 million. Then they made 600 million. Then they made 550. Then they made 600. Then they made 620. Then they made so if their earnings are increasing, right? In a 2-year period, this was, let's just go back to August. They were making $300 million 2 years ago. Okay, now they are projecting 700 million. That's almost a 150% jump in 2 years in revenue. What does that tell me about the company? They're figuring it out. They're gaining market share, right? This company is doing well. They're growing. That's what I want to buy, right? SoFi, again, back in April of 2025, 770 million. How much did they make this April? Almost 1.1 billion. So they increased their revenue by 30% in a year. A company that's growing 30% year over year is doing very well. They're doing very well. So again, great assets at great prices. If it's a crappy asset, they probably don't have earnings. They probably don't make money. Their earnings are probably going down, right? They're not going up. They're probably going down. So again, fundamentals matter. We can't just buy any dot and expect to make money. You know what I'm saying? Moreno's in the chat. What's going on, brother? My pleasure, Miles. I love doing this, man. I love hanging out with you guys. I love talking about this stuff with you. I love winning with you guys. I love losing with you guys. Hey, we're all in this thing together, right? This channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us. And I'm blessed to wake up and be able to do these live streams with you guys and just hang out with you guys and do something, right, that we all love. Do you think we should start loading over crypto from... Yeah, I mean, I would say my portfolio right now is about... Man, it's tough to say. I think I'm at about like a 65-35 split between stocks and crypto. But yeah, I mean... Dude, I mean, altcoins are sitting at their 5 or 6 year lows right now. I mean, Uniswap, one of the biggest exchanges on the planet, is sitting down here at a 6-year low. So if the whole goal is to buy low, sell high, why would I go buy MU at all-time highs, right? I know it's the greatest company on earth and they're just forward earnings and all the, right? You hear everything, right? You get every excuse in the book not to sell this thing. Again, this happens. Just like how it's hard to buy when things are bad, guys. Just like how it's hard to buy when things are bad, it's hard to sell when things are good. Like when we take off, when altcoins take off and we go parabolic like this, okay, when this happens, again, it could happen next month. It could happen in 3 months. It could happen in 6 months. It could happen in a year. It could happen in 2 years. But when it does happen, it's going to be hard to sell because people are going to be very excited. It's going to be the greatest thing ever, right? XRP back at 350. I mean, you guys were probably here for that. A lot of you guys probably got involved in crypto because everybody was talking about XRP up here at all-time highs. It was the greatest thing on the planet. Who's talking about XRP now down here at $1.20? Nobody. Guys, we bought XRP back here in 2024 at 40 cents. 40 cents. It went all the way up to 350. That was our trade, right? And that move happened in literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. In 5 weeks, that happened. Okay, so that's how fast crypto can turn around. I mean, next month we could be sitting at all-time highs. I don't know what's going to happen. But all I do know is that I want to buy because, again, if I look at history, every time XRP, and again, you guys can have access to these same indicators. Again, you could download them right here in the trading indicator tab. Okay, same exact one. If you just zoom out of the chart, every single time in the past 12 years, if you would have bought at any of this time and just held until the wave came back up here and give you a red dot, you made money 100% of the time. Okay, and go ahead and check that out. If you guys want to check that, let me know if I'm wrong. But again, if you bought up here at 350 back in 2018, it went all the way down to 12 cents. That is brutal. Okay, so again, what does the data say? Does the data say we're getting a good price based on the last 4 years of XRP at 120? Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a discount here. We're below the mean. Again, when we're below the mean, when we're below the 4-year average, discount. Okay, with our time frame, we're getting a discount. Okay, never buying up here. Never buying when people are excited. That's why I'm not going to touch SpaceX. SpaceX, I think, is going to hurt some people. Okay, really exciting to day trade. You bought Adam today? Hopefully you're staking it, brother. Yeah, I love Adam here. I think it's going to do very well. I see one here for Huey for UNH in the chat. Again, if you guys got requests, go ahead and drop them here in the chat. So again, where did the signal come on UNH? Back here in April. You should have been buying right here at 270. It's now sitting up here at 400. Off of that signal from April, if you entered, you're up 54%. For a big stock like UNH, that's awesome. Okay. I'd probably set a tight stop on this. I'd be trimming some. I already sold mine. I did enter on this. I think I sold it somewhere around 370. And yeah, it's up a little bit more. But again, the meat of the trade was right here. Right? This was the meat of the trade from 270 up to, 45% if you're playing a 2x levered stock or trading options, that's a huge trade. But the fact that we're sitting right here into the 4-year, right? Just how this can act as support, it can also act as resistance. So it could also get rejected off of that. Okay, I don't know if I could find an example of this. See how it kind of got rejected back here in January 2010. $35 went down to 26 and then ripped. Again, we're just buying down here. This is not a good time to buy. Why is it not a good time? Because the wave's up here. That's why. Okay, we want to buy down here. If you miss your again, it's scary to buy down here, right? It is scary. It doesn't feel good to buy down here because, again, you're buying after a major capitulation. Everybody's folding. Everybody's running away. And like I said, you guys will see. Okay, when your stock or whatever you're buying goes up, it's going to be hard to sell it because you get emotionally attached. But again, that's why we have the data. That's why we have the red dots. It doesn't matter what we think or how we feel. The red dot says sell. We sell. So I would be looking to sell this thing here on and it's in the red zone here on the daily too. So yeah, red dot in the red zone, we take profits, or you could set a stop loss. Set a stop loss right here at 375. If it breaks 375, get out. But I'd probably be trimming some here. Yeah, 50%. I'm trimming some up here in the red zone for sure. I see one here for Circle in the chat. Circle's way down here. I'm looking at a daily chart right now. Not a lot of data on this one. And again, the wave is not down here. So again, the green dot came right there at 60, popped all the way up to 140. Again, 120% move, more than doubling your money. So again, you just need the signal on this one. It's got the MACD crossover there as well. If you're in this one, I would definitely use a tight stop at last week's low, like at 77 or 76. I see one here for SPX. Let's look at the SPY. Okay, where should we have bought the SPY? Right here in April. Okay, 6,500. Went up to 7,500. Can this thing keep going? Yeah. If I was in this, I'd be using a stop right here at 7,200. 7,200 on my stop loss. Get waves up here. If you're going to play this green dot up here, again, you got to use the stop loss right here because you don't want to get cooked. Okay, and someone asked me what I thought about the Fed meeting. What I think about it, I don't think anything, guys. I literally don't care what the guy says. I don't care what he does. All I'm doing is looking at the chart. I'm not buying the SPX up here. I only want to buy the SPX down here. I don't care what the news says. It just doesn't matter to me. Again, if you show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. What was in April? World War III with Iran, right? Everybody was freaking out about Iran. What was back here? This was tariffs. Oh my gosh, Trump's putting tariffs on China. Everybody sell everything. Again, we just don't listen to the news. We just don't. Okay, and right now I would say the news is bullish. People are just extremely bullish on stocks, right? Nobody's bullish on crypto. You say you're bullish on crypto, they're going to chop your head off on Twitter and hang it on a freaking stick. Okay, so again, you either buy with our strategy or you're not. If you're buying up here, you need to have a plan, right? You need to set a tight stop loss at like $7,200 on the SPX. Oh, oh, you're talking about the, okay. You're talking about this. So this has a green dot right here. So this one came back here at around 27. You're getting another one right here. So I like a lot of these crypto names, guys. I mean, I think crypto is going to absolutely explode going into the end of the year. Okay, and I know we've been dipping for a long time and people are just, right, they're over it. They just hate crypto now. But that is where the opportunity is. The money's made buying in bear markets, guys. The money is made buying in bear markets. Again, look how fast XRP turned back here. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks to go from 50 cents up to $3. Okay, if you look at the high, 600% in 2 months. 600% in 2 months. That's how fast things can turn. Okay, so again, a lot of people will want to give up down here. A lot of people will panic and sell and be done. Okay, and then they'll be jumping in back here because they think they're going to miss the boat, but they already missed the boat. So just know when you're buying crypto, guys, you're buying the most volatile asset in the world. Like if you're just getting started with trading, I mean, you shouldn't start with crypto unless you really have an understanding. Maybe you've studied really hard. Maybe you've watched the trading course. It's the most volatile asset in the world. The most volatile asset in the world. So the SPX, what I would do is just set a stop loss at 20. If you're going to buy this signal, right, we're going to use the previous low as our stop loss, which is right there at 26 cents. If it breaks 26 cents, what are we going to do? We're probably going to go lower. But that is breaking out this week. A really nice breakout with a green dot. You could even move your stop loss up to like 30 cents if you want to. But I do like that one. I'd be a buyer of it if I knew anything about it. I just don't know anything about it. But it looks good on the chart. Again, where's everyone talking about it? Up here at $1.60. Okay, no one's talking about it down here at 39 cents. Bobby says XCN trading sideways. Yeah. We're staking it though. I mean, we've been earning 30% this whole time. Okay, all we're doing is waiting for a green dot there. I'm happy just collecting 26% right now on this asset. I think this is, again, everyone's excited at 5 cents. Nobody wants to buy it at less than half a penny. 26%. If you're doing the farm, I'm doing the farm and the staking. The farm's paying like 55%, which is insane. And this is now tradable on Robinhood, which is a pretty big deal. What else we got? If you guys got those, put them in the chat. Going back here to the live request tab. If you guys got chart requests, put them in over here in the live chart requests. If you guys are watching the replay, we cover all of these. AKT. AKT is a crypto. This is another one we bought. I believe I bought this one right here at like 40. I did miss the signal on this at like 35, but I got in at like 40. Again, that was a great trade. I took profits because it hit that white line, but it's looking like it wants to break out. So it does have a green dot. So that means it has to bounce right here, right, in order for it to go. I mean, some of these cryptos, dude, they're just setting up so nice. Okay, again, nice strong uptrend. I made around 100% on this trade. Again, we entered right here at 40, sold it at around 80. Can it keep going? Yes, absolutely. Okay. 55 cents is where I'd use a stop loss. If it breaks 55, I would get out. Again, we want to buy down here. Okay, buy down here. Okay, you're up well over 100% if you entered on any of these signals. Okay, now you want to protect your capital with a stop loss at 55 on this continuation trade. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. That FOMC meeting, I'm not going to watch it because, again, I don't care, but it's going to be really interesting to see how the markets react. What else we got? Let's knock some of these out over here in the Discord. iMac. Guys, get your chart requests in the chart or in the chat. I'll go back to these here in a sec. iMac again, red dot. What are we doing? We're selling or we're using a stop loss at the previous low. Stop loss at 22 or sell. SPCX, that's SpaceX. Again, I have nothing for you on this other than the fact that literally this company is worth more. Okay, again, I posted this over here. This is stupid, right? SpaceX is now worth more than Amazon. SpaceX revenue, $18 billion a year. Amazon revenue, $720 billion a year. It makes no sense, right? It logically doesn't make sense. Can SpaceX go to 500, 600 bucks? Yep. Have fun. I'm sitting it out. I can't tell you nothing, right? I'm gonna wait for the signal on SpaceX. I'm just gonna wait. I'll wait 6 months to a year to buy SpaceX. I'll wait till all the hype dies down, right? All these retail investors are piling in. I'm gonna wait till they pull the rug out. I mean, again, I invest based on data, guys. I would rather buy Amazon, which is making $720 billion a year. That's trading at a cheaper price than SpaceX right now, right? SpaceX is now worth more than Amazon, making 40 times less than what Amazon makes. All right, this guy, I don't know if you guys see this video. This is a good movie. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called The Big Short or something. Or he's saying, there's a bubble. There's a bubble. Oh, buy puts, he's saying. Buy puts. Yeah, so I'm just not touching SpaceX, guys. Again, I invest off the data. If I don't have data on my indicator, I'm not going to buy it. Do I think SpaceX is a great company? Yeah. I mean, I use their internet like I tell you guys, but again, I want to buy when it makes sense. I want to buy great assets at great prices. Is this trading at a great price according to its valuation? Does it make sense to buy SpaceX making 40 times less than Amazon when Amazon is making 40 times more at the same valuation? Doesn't make sense. Again, really exciting for day traders, guys. I am not a day trader. 97% of day traders fail in the long term. Right? There's probably some people that bought some options on this and they're probably up really big this week and they're just telling everybody how great they are, calling their mom and dad, saying everybody just buy SpaceX. And right? Again, it's the XRP back here at 350. Are people excited or are people not excited right now about SpaceX? I would say people are excited. I mean, everyone on Twitter, they're talking about it. Again, if they're already talking about it, we are too late to the party. We want to buy when no one is talking about it or not having a good time. Okay, and then we just wait. Again, XRP has gone nowhere in 4 months. It's gone nowhere. It's been sitting here between 150 and 120. Okay, I could just draw the little lines for you guys. February, right? February to June, it's gone nowhere. Are people having fun when it goes nowhere? No. No, no, no. No fun here for XRP investors. Again, exciting times up here. Exciting, exciting. Yeah. Every day's green. Every day's green. Every hour we're going higher. Everyone's losing their mind. Again, it's hard to sell up here. It's hard. It's hard to take profits up here, just like it's hard to buy down here. That's just the human psychology and how the stock market works with human behavior. It's just how it works. I've been doing it for 10 years. I've seen it happen a million times, guys. If they're already talking about it, we're too late. We want to buy when it's quiet. Stealth phase. There's nobody here. It's just us. Sideways. Boring, 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 boring. But the minute this kicks in, you bet everyone's piling in. Okay? People could care less right here or right here. People could care less. Who cares? No one's tweeting about it. Why would I buy it? Again, it's just how I don't make the rules, guys. I don't make the rules. VVV. I think you're talking about the stock. So that one's up there if you're talking about the stock. VVV USDT. That is a crypto. And yeah, where should you bought this one? Back here in December. Who was talking about VVV back here at a buck? It's up 1,500%. What are we doing? We're taking our profits. Do we care if it keeps going up after we take our profits? Nah. Space ETF. Okay, space is the trade. Space is where all the hype is. As long as this holds 30 bucks, you're good. But I would set a stop loss at 30. Sushi. Sushi coin. Just getting cratered. I mean, this thing is just... I think this is a dying crypto, guys. This is an OG. It's got the monthly, but again, you got to know the fundamentals. Who's using it? What are they doing? How are they generating revenue? I would just use a stop loss at 15 cents. Again, if you get a green dot, you got to use risk management, right? You want to use a stop loss at the previous low, which would be 15 cents. As long as it holds 15 cents, it looks okay, but I would definitely be using a stop loss. I personally would rather buy Aerodrome, Uniswap. Osmosis. Right, these DEXs are actually generating revenue. They're actually making money. What's the other one? Cetus. Cetus. Cetus is one of my largest positions. Okay, trading at the bottom of the 2023. This thing was up at 50 cents. It's trading less than 2 pennies right now. Sushi, I just don't know a lot about. I think if you're going to trade an Ethereum DEX, you need to either buy Uniswap or Aerodrome. Okay, those are the two winners, in my opinion. They have the most adoption. More people are using them. Sushi just kind of looks like a dead horse. Virtual. And by the way, guys, if my power cuts out, if I just go blank, it's because there's been fire warnings where I live, and the wind's blowing really hard. And the my electric company said they could shut down our power for safety reasons. So if the stream just goes off, that's why. 50 cents here is the support. Again, just looking for the signal on virtual. APT. Oh, golly. APT's getting smoked. I think I got into this one right here at $1.50. I got stopped out, though. It's back down to 60 cents. So, I mean, this thing's just getting annihilated. Again, just get smoked. All-time lows. So if you know something about this company, this project, as you should if you're investing into it, and if you're requesting it, you should know what they do, you should know what they are, and you should know where they're going. It does have a green dot here on the weekly. And again, you're buying this at the lowest price ever. I mean, if you were buying Amazon at its lowest price ever, you'd be buying Amazon at 6 cents. Okay, 6 cents back here in 1997. Okay, this is where I believe we're buying crypto right now, by the way. Okay, in the long-term scheme of things, I believe we're buying crypto down here in the 1900s. That's how small it is. Again, back to the SpaceX reference, the total market cap of crypto is $2.25 trillion. 2.2, meaning you add up Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Tether, US, you add everything up, Solana, everything, Hype, Doge, you put it all in one basket, it's worth $2.25 trillion. How much is SpaceX worth? $2.65 trillion. SpaceX alone is worth more than every cryptocurrency on the planet added up together. That tells you how early we are in crypto. Okay, if you're worried that your portfolio is down 20, 30% right now, you're buying it down here. This is where you're buying crypto right now. You're buying it like Amazon down here at 6 cents. In my humble opinion, that's how undervalued cryptocurrency is right now. And cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. Okay, the only thing taking crypto out, the only risk to investing in crypto is the grid going out. Okay, but at that point, everything is screwed. Your real estate's worth nothing. Your gold's worth nothing. Your silver's worth nothing. Nothing is worth anything if that happens. So if you're doing this, right, if you believe in crypto, in my humble opinion, the only thing taking it out, the only thing, is the grid going out, right? And that's Armageddon. I mean, we're fighting for our lives at that point. We're learning how to grow food because no one knows how to grow their food or refrigerate food or get warm water or clean their water. I mean, society's screwed at that point. Like that's my biggest fear. Okay, the grid going out is my biggest fear. Not because I don't think I would survive, but because people would literally eat each other. There would be craziness in the streets. I mean, people would just kill each other. I mean, it would be wild. So at that point, hopefully, you have guns, you have dry food, you have shelter, and you have some propane to heat up your grill. What else we got? Man, Overkill, that man crazy. Yeah, I am a little crazy, I'll admit. 150 on this one. AVAV, this is that drone maker. Again, where are we buying it? Are we buying it way up here? No, you're buying it right here at the average. Okay, you're buying it at a fair price right here. It does have a red dot, so if you want to use a stop loss, you could use it right here at the previous low, right here from May at 156. If it breaks, what are you going to do? You're going to get back in lower off the next green dot, and you're going to ride that thing up. Or you could just hold through the dip and just dollar cost average. If you're buying here at 160, it goes down to 120. You buy more. Well, now your average cost is 140. If it goes back up here to 400, you're even happier than you were than you bought it right now. So again, buying at 160 or buying down here at 130 really doesn't matter if you think it's going back to 400, right? If you're buying AVAV, you should believe it's going to 400 or higher, right? Down here, you should just be eating it up. I would definitely have a position on here. Okay, you're buying it at the average, at the blue line. Again, if it takes a spill, you just buy more on the next signal. That's all you do. And then we just hold. That's all we're doing, folks. Okay? Buying great assets at great prices. Oh, water too. Yeah, good point, Jeff. Good point. Yep. This is not our home. Jeff, you know that. A lot of you guys know that. Our home's in heaven. Our home is not here. Materialistic things don't matter. Can we make a buck down here trading the stock market and cryptocurrency and investing our money wisely like the Bible talks about? Yes, we can. Okay, but the goal should not just be to get rich and make money. The goal should be, hey, we're doing this to take care of our families, to maybe pass this down one day to our next generation, right? Kids, grandkids, nephews, nieces. I mean, you name it. Right? The goal should never be, hey, I just want to make money. Why do you want to make money? Why do you want to get rich? Okay, that's what keeps you going. PFE. That one's got a green dot. I like PFE here. It's not below the white line, but I think healthcare is going to perform very well over the next year or so, just because of how beat up. I mean, Pfizer's down from 50 all the way to 26. These guys pay a good dividend. This is another good dividend stock we've been talking about. But that one has a signal. If you're gonna play that green dot, just use a stop loss right there at 25. What else we got? Moderna, that's another healthcare stock. I was looking at this the other day. It did give you the signal this week. It's breaking out. This thing's breaking out really big here. So you could use a stop loss on this one. I mean, we'd obviously wanted to buy it down here, right? Down here at 24. You're already up 100%, but that one looks like it's going to continue on. I was looking at that last week, but yeah, that looks very strong. So you'd just be waiting for a red dot on this one to sell it. We did get one right here in March at 57. Again, if you got in down here in December or September, and you held, you made 150% or whatever it was. Pulled back, chop, 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 chop. Now we got a breakout signal here. Looks like they reported revenue and they're doing pretty good. Mr. Market, what's going on, brother? Trent, ZS. Yeah, if I miss your guys' request, just put it in the chat again. I get a lot of comments, so I'm not meaning to skip you intentionally. I'm just kind of going down the list, and sometimes your comment will just disappear in the chat. So again, I'm not ignoring you. Just keep putting your requests here in the chat. By the way, guys, if you haven't yet, make sure you guys go over here to the Discord and enter this giveaway. In 2 days, I'm giving away 1,000 XRP over here. So all you got to do to enter that is, again, just go to the giveaways tab here in the Discord, click on this emoji right here, and in 2 days, one person is going to win 1,000 XRP. It's at a good price too right now, folks. I mean, at appreciation, if that goes back to $3, that's $3,000 sitting right there for you. So make sure you go over there, click the giveaway tab, boom, pop that, and you'll be entered. You just got to click that, and you can see I entered into it. I'm going to unclick it because that would just look stupid if I won. So I'm just going to leave it. But all you got to do is just click that emoji right there. James, oh, we got a couple verses in the chat. Let's go ahead and check those out here. It's ZS. This one, so again, pay attention to where these signals came, guys. Okay, these signals came back here in April and March, right here around 127. What price are we sitting at right now? What's the price we're sitting at? We're sitting at 127, where these came months ago. Okay, it had a nice move up here to 200, and then it pulled back right to the spot where we got these last signals. Okay, so I like it at 127 if you believe in it. I would just make sure to use a stop loss right there at 115. We got the verse of the day here from Slow Train. Psalms 33:18. Behold, the eye of the Lord is on those who fear him, on those whose hope is in his mercy. It's good stuff, Slow Train. Fear the Lord. The Lord wants you to stay disciplined. I'll tell you that. The Lord wants you to honor him in everything that you do. Bobby says, James 5:7. What's the verse? Call it out for me. I can't look it up here on the fly. Mr. Market says MDT. Thank you, Slow Train. Fear the Lord, man. Fear the Lord. MDT. That one gave the signal right here at around 78. Yeah, 78. Again, we got the signals down here at 78, so this one looks good. I think this is a healthcare company too. Medtronic. See, they're making $9 billion a quarter. This is a good company, right? They make a ton of money. So you could see previous support back here in 2024. Where we bounce? We bounce right there at 78. Where are we bouncing right now? Boom, right there at 7. This looks really good. I actually like this one a lot. That looks really good. Jeff says the company I work for is switching over to ZS for all their cybersecurity needs. Yeah, ZS is a big cybersecurity company. Okay, and again, you're buying it at the bottom. I actually like ZS here. I think this looks good. Yeah, man, Jesus saved my life, dude. I mean, Jesus is Lord. Straight up, dude. Straight up. That's all that matters, man. That's all that truly matters. Doesn't matter what happens in life. I got Jesus, man. Jesus is always there through the hard times, the good times, through the bull markets and the bear markets, if you know what I'm talking about. Through the highs and the lows, the Lord is always there. No matter what you're going through, man, I've been to some dark, dark places in my life. I've shared some testimonies here online. I won't talk about that right now because we're coming up to the end of the live, but man, I mean, some of the stuff I've had to endure and some of the stuff you guys have endured probably hearing my voice right now. Okay, those hard times in life, just like James 1:12 talks about, right? Those who persevere, right, in the times of trial, receive the crown of life. Meaning, when you are in hard times, right? Let's just use the market for example. And again, this is just an example. The Bible does not reference the stock market or cryptocurrency, right? But what does James 1:12 say? This is my favorite verse. I just don't know why I haven't memorized it yet. I just need to sit down one day and memorize it, okay? James 1:12. Let me just bring it up here. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised those who love him. Right? So when he's talking about under trial, he's talking about hard times. Right? That's what James is talking about there. Hard times, right? Bear market, right? ZS down here, right? You bought it up here, right? You're still holding it down here, right? Hard times, right? Because he didn't take profits, right? And again, this is just a reference. But those things, I mean, you lose a loved one, you lose a job, you lose, right? Maybe you lose your wife or your husband, or, just something crappy happens to you, right? Probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me in life is they found my grandma burnt to death in a car, right? In a vehicle, right? They called it suicide, but I literally think somebody killed her. Poured gas. They said she poured gas on herself and lit herself on fire. My grandma, the woman who raised me, right? I was closer to my grandma than my mom, than my dad. Like, he was the closest person in my life. Boom, get a phone call one day from my brother. Yeah, someone murdered grandma. Oh, well, obviously that hurt. But then to find out that she went up in flames, that gas was poured on her and a match was lit. God, what is that? Hello? I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, I curse God at that point. What is going on, Lord? What? Why this? You don't even see that in the movies, right? But through about the next year, I suffered from very deep depression, suicidal thoughts, like all this. Like, the devil had me, man. He was just pressing me, right? Shoving me. I just felt like I wanted to die every day I woke up for 365 days, right? Just gone, right? Didn't get to say goodbye. I mean, you guys have probably lost loved ones, but losing a loved one like that is not easy. And again, I'm not here to play the victim, because again, I came out of it. Like, my relationship with God got stronger, right? Like that verse says, blessed is the one who perseveres. Blessed is the one who you know what perseverance means? It means overcome. You're overcoming the trial that you're going through. Nothing lasts forever. Bear markets don't last forever. Bull markets don't last forever. Right? Having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. What is the crown of life? Those are the blessings, right? That is the strength that you get, the character that is built during those hard times. Again, James 1:12, that's my favorite verse. That is my favorite verse in the world. And there's a lot of good verses. I mean, there's millions of them. So now we're getting off subject. But yeah, I mean, that's just a testimony of mine, dude. I mean, that's the hardest thing I ever gone through in my life. Everything else is easy, right? Sitting through a bear market, all this, it just doesn't matter. Money's not a big deal to me, right? I could have zero. I could live in a box and I'd be happy, right? But again, I don't, praise God, right? But he's always there for you, man. I don't know what you're going through. Maybe you're listening to this. Maybe you're going through a hard time right now. I don't know. I don't know you personally, but I pray for the Overkill army every single day, dude. God bless the Overkill army, man. Right? Give me the words to say. I know God has me here on these podcasts for a reason. I don't know what that reason is. I think the reason is to make, better decisions with our investments, to teach what I've learned over 10 years to people, but maybe it's deeper than that. I mean, I've had multiple people reach out to me after I've shared testimonies. I mean, not multiple, but a lot of people reach out to me, telling me their testimonies, and that just fires me up, dude. It just fires me up to hear from you guys and just know, like, I just I'm so thankful to be able to lead this community. And I tell you guys all the time, this ain't about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us, man. We're all here as a community working together, like a church. We're not between four walls, gathering every Sunday. We're gathering every day here, right? We're doing our thing, right? And I give all the glory to God for everything that I've ever learned. I don't want the credit. I don't tell you guys who I am because I don't want the credit. I don't care to have the credit. I don't want to be famous, right? I could care less about the fame, the money, all the stuff. I don't care. Okay, but what I do care about is that you know you guys know that you have that. Anybody has that. Anyone that calls on the name of the Lord, He will answer, man. He'll give you the answers, dude, for whatever you're going through. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Love you guys too, man. You guys are awesome. What else we got? Oh man, I'm sweating here. My wife last night, dude, she turned on the heat and it was like 80 degrees in our house when we went to bed. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, I turned the heat on because it was, oh my gosh, it was a sauna, dude. Johnny says, my grandpa died last year and never felt God help me more than those following months. So much help there is now denying his helping me get through without staring at the whiskey bottle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Lord don't want you to do that. He don't want you to turn to the bottle or the drugs or anything like that. And trust me, I did the same thing, dude. And that only just made it worse. That just made it 10 times worse. It felt good in the moment, in that second, right? But it wasn't until the moment where it was like, God, can you use this, right? Can you use what I'm going through right now? All this pain, all this depression, all this this whatever feeling this is, just wanting to die every day, right? Like a sword was just like shoved right through my heart. Can you just use it, Lord, so I can help people? That's what I pray to him every day. Hey, Lord, just use this, man. Use it. Help me out. Help me so I can help others who are struggling. And hearing your guys' testimonies makes me feel like I'm somewhat helping you by sharing my testimony. So, if I could do that, if I could turn one of you guys to Jesus and help you grow a relationship with God, this is all worth it for me, right? Make money, lose money, I don't care about that. I mean, obviously, we want to make money, right? We want to invest our money wisely. The Bible talks about investing your money, right? Not being a fool with it, not being hasty, not being in a rush to make money. Again, that's like 95% of the people who get into investing and trading, they want the money fast. They want their Lambo right now, right? They don't want to wait for it. They want it right now. I want it right now, right? So again, it all ties in together, man. God ties into everything. Investing, where you work, he has you where you are for a reason. He has you at your job. Maybe you hate your job, but he has you there for a reason right now. Okay, if you continue to go to a job that you hate, that's on you, right? You have the ability to go do whatever it is you want, right? What's the verse about? With Christ we can conquer anything. I mean, I don't know the verse off the top of my head. I'm sure Slow Train could put one in there, but it's a choice every day, man, to get up and live for ourselves or live for God. It's a choice every day. Are we doing things for the kingdom, for God, or are we doing it out of selfish ambition and selfish gain? Right? I have a prayer every morning that I pray. It goes, Father, incline my heart to your testimonies and not selfish gain. Open my eyes so that I can behold all the wonderful things out of your law. God, teach me your way so that I can walk in your truth and unite my heart to fear your name. Lord, satisfy us this evening with your steadfast love so that we can rejoice and be glad all our days. Oh man. Yeah, man, losing grandparents tough, especially if you're close to them. Trust me. I know, man. Hopefully you got to say goodbye to him. And if you didn't, man, he's up there in heaven right now looking down on you smiling, brother. Right? He's up there looking down on you. He's proud of you. And he loves you. CRO, this thing's trading down here at a what is it, 2023 3-year low. So again, up here, everyone's jacked up, having a good time at 40 cents. No one likes this thing down here at 6 cents. I still like CRO down here at 6 cents. Okay, we got the signals back here at 7. It's sitting at 6 right now. Praise God. Amen, brother. God bless you, brother. Cyprus, Cyprus. Looks like a rug pull to me, my man. Again, it just down and to the right. We don't like that. LDOS. Lead us. That thing's sinking. So again, after you get 2 signals, okay, what you want to do after that is wait for the monthly. So I would wait for the monthly on LDOS here. I like the sell-off, but let's wait for the monthly. The last monthly came in 2023 right here at 83. It went all the way up to 200. AVAX, thank you for keeping these in. Keep putting these in. AVAX is literally sitting at an all-time low. Maybe. Okay, lowest point since 2021. They just released an ETF too, so you can see where we topped out. Last time was up into that moving average. Again, you got the red dot right there at around 30. It's sold all the way off to 6. If you like AVAX, I just don't hear a lot about the ecosystem. I just don't feel like it's being adopted as fast as something like Ethereum or like Sui or Atom. Atom's actually kind of a dead chain too, in my opinion, but they're very unique in the services that they offer. But XRP, right? I'd rather buy XRP, Ethereum, Chainlink, right? Sui, people that things that people are actually talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's talking about AVAX. No one cares about AVAX, it seems. So you just got to keep that in mind. Again, great assets at great prices. Is AVAX a great asset? I don't know because I don't see anybody talking about it. So it doesn't look pretty. I would much rather buy something else, something like Ethereum. Right? Ethereum right now seems like a no-brainer. Ethereum's the biggest one in the world, right? The biggest, the best, the baddest, right? If this just goes back to where it was in August, where we got our sell signal up here, right? 5,000 came all the way down here, right? If it just goes back up to there, that's 171%. I would say Ethereum's like a sure bet, right? I mean, nothing's a sure bet, but if I'm going to bet on anything, any altcoin that'll recover, probably going to be Ethereum. XDC. This one's way down here. So again, it's back here at the 2024 lows. I'd be a buyer down here. SPA. I'm guessing you're talking about the crypto. Again, all-time lows. If you're asking me if something is a good thing to buy, if it's a good time to buy, if something's at the lowest price it's ever been, it's a good time to buy. Okay, if you believe in the project. So this thing was up at 4 cents. It got smoked. So if you believe in it, if you think it's going somewhere, it's got the monthly alert too, right? We'd be buyers at all-time lows if we believed in them. Again, if Amazon was sitting at an all-time low at 6 cents, would we be buyers? Heck yeah, we'd be buyers, dude. No brainer. So yeah, if you believe in Spa, Albert, I would be a buyer here for sure. That's true, man. Huey says, ain't no answers in the bottom of a liquor bottle, just more problems from your easy solution. Yeah, it's just temporary fixes, man. They never work. And in those hard times, it's normally the Lord, right? When you go through hard times, it's normally the Lord calling you closer. He's like, hey, come to me. Don't go to the bottle. Don't go to the drugs. Come to me, right? He wants you to come to him. You know what I'm saying? He wants that. He wants a relationship with you. He wants you to listen to him. He wants you to take heart in him. You know, and like I said, it's not easy to do when you're going through it, man. Just like buying in a bear market, it ain't easy. Things are just going down every day, right? But we know based on history and what every great investor has ever told us, how you make money in the markets is you persevere. in a bear market. You buy and you hold. That's it. FLR. This looks good. We called this one out earlier this week off the monthly. We really like this one here. Really like FLR here. Again, some of these cryptos just look like they're about ready to absolutely explode. So this looks good above this 6.006 level. They got some big partnerships with XRP and who's the other one they have a partnership with? I think it's XRP and I can't remember what the other one was. It was a big name though. Bobby says, if you believe in the project, this is the key, folks. Green dots are not the only reason to buy. Yep, 100%. Great assets at great prices. Not just great prices, right? Because we don't know what a great price is for a failing company. A company that's going bankrupt, they don't have a great price because, again, they're going bankrupt. So that's why we look at fundamentals, right? What do they do? How do they make money? And are they going to be, right? Are they going to increase the number of users or customers in the next 5 to 10 years? Are they going to grow their ecosystem over the next 5 to 10 years, or is their ecosystem going to fail? In my opinion, something like this, AVAX is a great example. And again, I'm talking crap about AVAX right now, and it's probably going to go back up to $65 in the next couple of months. But this chart shows you that people are just not excited. If something's hitting all-time lows, that means people are giving up, right? They're just, I don't like charts that hit all-time lows, right? I like a chart like Aerodrome. All-time lows is down here at 7 cents, right? This thing's bouncing right here at 30. A-Firm, look at this chart, right? Sure, it went down for a long time, but that's because it IPO'd, right? IPO'd back here in 2021. Everyone's excited, jacked up, having a good time. They pull the rug out, right? This is what's going to happen to SpaceX eventually, okay, in my humble opinion, okay? But look at the chart. You see how it's trending up and to the right? You see how we're making higher highs, going higher and higher and higher, okay? PayPal, I know I bought this one, but again, we're not at an all-time low. We're close. All-time low for PayPal is $30. You're getting the opportunity to buy this one at $43 right now. One of the biggest tech companies, very heavily involved in the crypto space. I mean, this is like a crypto ETF almost. And you're buying it down here at 10 years, the lowest price in 10 years. I use PayPal every day. I use Venmo almost every week, right? So I know that they're being utilized. If I'm using it, I know it's being utilized by other people, okay? And everybody uses Venmo. Venmo's the biggest platform out there for sending money. ASTS, okay, again, very healthy looking chart. What are we looking for? We're looking for the green dot down here to buy. Okay, we would have been taking profit up here. Again, red dot in the red zone. You guys will learn that in the trading course. That's where we take profits. Up here at 135. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, it came right there at 115. But red dot in the red zone is where we take our profits, guys. And then we look to buy when this wave is down here. These signals don't come around every day. These signals are very rare. Okay, you're only going to get like 1 or 2, maybe 3 of these a year. Okay, 2024, 2025, 2023. You see my point? So again, this is our opportunity. When opportunity strikes, we have to make a decision. Okay, do you think people are fired up about this down here at $2? No, but everybody wants to buy it up here at $1.30. Okay, at $130. No one's talking about it at 2. Okay, again, these are very rare signals. They come around like once a year, once, maybe sometimes even once every 2 years, depending on what you're trading. Okay, and I'll tell you right now, every single cryptocurrency in the last couple of months has given one of those. Okay, it just hasn't, the trade has not played out yet, right? The wave has not got back up here yet. So we don't know how good these trades, we could be up here on Aerodrome and this thing could be sitting at $4. We don't know. I don't know where it's going to stop. I don't know where it's going to give a red dot. Okay, where'd XRP give its red dot when everyone was excited? Right here in August 15th, $3.15. Right here in January of 2025, $3, sitting at $1.20 now. But now what are we getting? We're getting these green dots down here. Again, we're just going to buy, keep buying. And then when the wave comes back up here, what are we going to do? We're going to cash out. We're going to cash out. Okay, and this has been a very rare occurrence where, again, we've gotten like 1, 2, 3, almost 3 of them in the last since December. So again, this has been an extended bear market. It's been a very brutal bear market. But again, Clarity Act's coming, new Fed chair who's pro crypto, a lot of bullish things in the macro that are developing. In the short term, is it fun? Nope. Nope. I'm just saying, say you're bullish on Twitter and see what happens. Just see what happens. Yeah, it's hard to buy down here. It's hard to sell up here. But again, that's why we use the indicator, guys, because we're just humans, right? We have emotions. Indicator, no emotions. Zero. We just have to have discipline to wait it out, right? And be as patient as possible. Again, would I like XRP to rocket ship up in 2 months back to $3? Heck yeah. But again, does the market care about what I want or how I feel? The answer to that question is no, it doesn't. The market doesn't care. It doesn't care about how you feel about it. It doesn't care about what you want it to do. The market does what it's going to do, and we can't control it. All we can do is control our reaction. That's it. That's all we can control. So if you're panic selling on a 4-week sell-off from 144 down to 120 and selling, yeah, you lost. You lost. You only lose when you sell. That's a fact. Ask your account, right? It's only recorded as a loss or a win if you sell. All those people that were up on XRP up here, they didn't make money unless they sold. They didn't make anything unless they sold. Right? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, KMB, we've been watching this one for a couple weeks. It looks really good. Yep, we got our signal back here at like 96. Great dividend stock. I think they pay like a 6%, 7% dividend. But yeah, we like this one. We got a signal here in November at 100. We got a signal right here in April at 95. Another one at 95. It's breaking out now. Looks really good and pays a dividend on top of that. That's awesome, Mr. Mark, or Mr. Market. Mr. Market 27. Welcome, my brother. Happy to have you enlisted in the Spartan Army. Let's give Mr. Market a big It's funny, my wife hears me do that and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm hanging with the Spartans, baby. What's up? What else we got? Oh, ServiceNow. ServiceNow coming back down. So we did sell this one. I did. I don't know if you guys did, but I did take profits on this up here at 140. The reason I took profits is because, again, on the daily time frame, we were sitting at a 24% premium, like off of the 4-year. So when a stock moves really fast like that, okay, normally it's going to pull back into these moving averages. So it's sitting at an interesting spot. $100 is a good round number. Again, Trump was pumping this name. He was talking about it, saying he's buying it, yada, yada, yada. Again, the last buy signal came right here in April, right here at 88 bucks. $88 is where that came. And yeah, had a pretty nice move. Pretty nice move off of that. Again, it didn't quite reach the red zone. It had a retracement. That doesn't mean we're not going to go back up. It just means we need to look for a place to re-enter, right? So looking for a green dot now on the daily. I'm going to leave it there, guys. We will be live again tomorrow. We're live every day, Monday through Friday. So like I said, we're going to leave it right there. We left off at ASTS. So I'm going to go ahead and cap it right there. And then I will be opening up this thread again here pretty soon. So we'll just continue. I'm trying to get through as many as I can, and then I'm going to open it up. We still have a few more to go, but we will be live again tomorrow here, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, our chart request day. So all I do is just sit on here, answer your guys' questions, look at your guys' charts, what you guys are looking at. If I missed you, we'll be live again tomorrow, like I said, here on YouTube. So good stuff today, guys. Today was a really good stream. Talked about the man upstairs. We got through a lot of charts, and really excited to what's to come, folks. Again, we're in this thing for the long run. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Stay long, right? Stay disciplined. Trust the data, and persevere in those hard times, whatever you're going through, folks. God bless you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.